student and I'm grade 11 student also. And this vlog is for our 21st century and this also talk about the Deadman's Path. I hope guys will read the Deadman's Path nor watch the movie of it so that you can understand and not get bored on my video. I hope guys that you will enjoy watching my video vlog. We have here 14 questionnaires and 6 of these questionnaires is talk about the text to connect myself and the other 4 is to the text and to the world. And the last 4 is talk about the text to the text nor the other stories. So I will answer it later. Before I answer this questionnaire, let me take my lunch first. So, take for a while. So thank you so much for waiting for me guys. Now I will answer the question about text to self. So the first question is, what this text remind of me or my life rather? It reminds me and bring me back the memories, especially to those childhood years, because my grandma and grandpa told me their old traditions and also my mom too. Like they said that don't cut your nails nor like that. So the second one is that how is this similar in my life? So it's similar because I experienced like Nancy did. Like because I can say that I'm perfectionist. I want my surroundings looks beautiful and clean like Nancy did. So I want also the modern style. Guys, I really I feel I'm so her. It's the similarities of me and Nancy. The third one is how is this different from my life? So maybe it was different because it was all perfection while I live in our reality. In the reality, you know. So the fourth one is how something like this ever happened to me. So yes, of course, I can say that something happened to me in my life that I can say that it's happened at all times because sometimes, you know, because I don't think myself, but you know, I can say that it happened almost of times or all the times because if I want that, sometimes I break the rules just to get that thing. That's life. Just enjoy living in this existence of Earth. Now, the fifth one rather is how does this relate to my life? So it is related to my life pertaining to my life with pertaining to old traditions, to the old ones, and I once broke because sometimes I broke the rules of my mom, my grandma. I broke the culture, like old tradition rather, because sometimes they told me don't cut your nails at night. There's something will happen. But guys, sometimes I broke it because I want to cut my nails. It's Monday. We should clean our nails, you know. So sometimes I try and break the rules just good for me, brother. So that's my fifth answer. Then the last one is question about text to self. The sixth one is what were my feeling when I read this? So I felt astonished because it talked about traditions, but I also felt sad because Michael choose to close the path and not to respect the traditions of the villagers. So I felt sad also, but I felt so astonished, guys. So that's my answer in text to self, the 6 questions. So guys, let's move on and let's proceed to the text to the world. So the first question is, what does this text remind me in the real world? So this text remind me like just our ascenters up to the present times still believe on all traditions. But sometimes people are like Michael that didn't respect the traditions nor culture. So the second one question is, where's second one question? There. How is this text similar to things that happen in the real world? So this is something, similar to things that happen in the real world, that committing the old traditions and our grandparents are keep on teaching us. So the third one question is, how is this different from the things that happen in the real world? So I can say sometimes some of the old tradition had been barely given importance and are slowly fading through the time. So you know that if it's old and it's faded, then the last question of the text to the world is the first one. How did the text relate to the world around me? So at the present time, we are blinded by the old traditions that our centers wanted to pass upon us. So that is all about the text to the world. So that's the 4 questions that I've answered. Then next question is about text to text. Let's move on to the question of text to self, text to the world, and now let's proceed to the text to text. So the first question is that, what does this dead man's path remind of me in other story that I've read? So the dead man's path is, yes, the one of the story that I've read, and also the Heaven by Alexandra Adornetto. So the story of it, like the dead man's path, like at the time when they believe nothing will come between them again. So sometimes like that. So just read that story. And then the second one is, where is the other one? This question. How is this text similar to other story that I've read? So it is similar because both of the story have traditions and also they must be followed, but in the end they break it. In Heaven's story and the Dead Man's story is, they have similarity because the story is like, yes, they have all traditions, culture, but in the end they broke it just to be happy. And the third one is, how is this different from other books that I've read? So there's something different because the characters, settings, plot of the story are different from it. Yeah, it's different, very different. And the last one and the fourth one question is that, have I read about something like this before? Of course, I can answer with I did not I cannot answer because if I didn't read anything, I can answer this question. So yes, of course, I read something like this before. So that's all. That's a simple answer. Yes, it's simple answer because I don't want to, sometimes, yes. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment down and subscribe me, guys. This is my first ever video, so guys, don't forget me to subscribe for the next video. I love you guys. Thank you.